This is Miusi, the start of the climbing proper for the Col de la Rama, which is, well, from here just over 14 kilometres, an average of around about 7%, although as you can see towards the end you've got a section of around 10%, so it's pretty tough. This is a category 1 climb in the Tour de France, and it's going to be in this year's edition as well, so I'm out covering it for that too. So it's first featured in the Tour de France in 2003, and it's been in at least 2 or 3 times since then. Plus, along with a lot of these climbs, it's also been in the Dauphiné as well. So yeah, relatively modern classic, but yeah, becoming a classic nonetheless. And it's often combined with the Col de Jouplan, which is again what's happening today and this year's Tour de France. So I'll be climbing that after as well. Not long from the distance, pretty stunning views. Most of this climbing on south facing slopes, so there's no escaping the heat. And of course the Tour de France will be coming up here in the heat of the afternoon around 3 o'clock, so it could be pretty brutal. You start pretty low down at around 600 metres, so yeah, it's going to be hot, hot, hot. So far it's been a very good road surface. It's probably resurfaced this spring. It makes a huge difference to the effort required. Everything's perfectly smooth, no cracks, no potholes. So yeah, so far pretty enjoyable, apart from the heat. I'm pretty sure the road goes through that notch in the cliffs up there, so pretty impressive. Starting to get serious now. This next kilometre is 9% according to that previous sign, which would mean the next one's probably the 10 or 11% one. Yeah, you certainly feel that it's starting to ramp up. At 5 kilometres to go. This is the steepest and hardest kilometre. Those signs say it's 10%. Tour de France profile says it's 11.5%. Either way, it's pretty steep, and I'm cooked. That's probably the steepest pitch of climbing in this tunnel just here. It's over 300 metres long and fully enclosed, so no fresh air, no breeze to cool you down, and you're breathing into exhaust streams and everything, so it's pretty tough. The one saving grace is, of course, you're in the shade, whereas out here you're back in the sun again. But once you emerge from the tunnel, the views are pretty stunning. But yeah, still another 400 kilometres to go. 400 kilometres. Still another 4 kilometres to go, give or take. And this must have been the old road. You can see where they abandoned it. That section there is extremely undercut, and wouldn't take much for that section of road to fall into the ravine below. So between 3 and 4 kilometres to go, get to this little plateau, which is very welcome. The Sommand, 1500 metres elevation. Without this levelling off, this would almost certainly be a HC climb, because you move these couple of kilometres from the equation and the stats basically match the Col de Jouplan. So yeah, this definitely makes it a tad easier, but of course for the racers it just means they're going to be racing harder. There you have it, the Col de la Rama. 1619 metres, just under 1,000 metres of climbing, or actually slightly more than 1,000 metres depending where you class to start. Pretty beautiful up here, very lush, very green. Not yet in the high Alps proper, but it's quite craggy mountains around and about. And I definitely wish I could go jump in this snow cannon reservoir right here. It looks incredibly inviting, but I've got a long ride ahead of me still, and I don't want to be soaking wet for the rest of the day. So, random bit of trivia for you. This is the location of the first ever paragliding takeoff, or at least first ever successful one. Hence why there's a paraglider on the sign up there. I think it was in 1978, so actually quite recently. But yeah, nice little kind of local ski station, and nice area to go for a hike as well. Of course, having done the climb, you've got two choices. You can go back down the way you came, but it makes very logical sense to go over the top and descend the other side. It makes a very nice, relatively short, easy loop if you're just doing the climb. It'd be like probably about 30, 40 kilometre loop. But yeah, definitely makes more sense to descend the other side. Similar in terms of difficulty, but of course you get different views, and it's always nicer to do a loop. So yeah, that's it for this episode of Classic Tour de France climbs, although my ride still continues, and of course I'm still filming for the preview of stage 14 of this year's Tour de France as well. So tune in for that and other videos, and yeah, see you next time.